My child, please pause everything you are doing. Quiet the noise around you and within you, and give me your complete, undivided attention for these next few minutes. There is something vital I must share with you. I am drawing you close to speak to your heart about a moment that has been written into the fabric of your life's journey. A moment of deep shadow, a predestined point where a great tragedy was scripted to occur. First, I want you to receive this truth without wavering. This moment is not a vague possibility. It is an event that was inscribed in the records of destiny concerning you. This tragedy carries the potential to deeply scar your life, to alter its course in a painful and profound way. However, it is crucial for you to understand that this sorrow was not aimed directly at you, but at the person you hold most dear in all the world. Yes, my child, in the great scroll of time, this was written as a dark cloud meant to pass over your brightest days. I know that hearing this makes your heart feel heavy, as if a great weight has been placed upon it. But you must listen to me very carefully. My purpose in revealing this is not to crush your spirit, but to prepare you. It is to awaken a strength within you that you do not yet know you possess. It is to illuminate a path away from what was written, a path of redemption. Do not be afraid, my beloved child. Do not let your heart tremble with fear. I am not showing you this future sorrow to torment you or cause you anguish. Remember who I am. I am your Father, your eternal and unshakable refuge, the one who covers you and shields you in the fiercest of storms. If I am pulling back the veil to show you this hidden detail of destiny, it is because I have a special purpose for you. It is because you must be ready and alert. This is not a revelation I give to everyone. I entrust these deeper truths only to those souls I have uniquely formed and chosen for a greater calling. The truth I am sharing is heavy, I know this. But within this very weight, you will find the key that unlocks a powerful transformation. What has been written down can be rewritten by my hand. What was destined to be a story of loss can be turned into a testament of life. This tragedy was permitted to appear in the story of your life for a reason. It was designed as a profound test of your love, a test of your faith, and a test of your willingness to surrender everything to me. It was allowed so that you would discover where your true treasure lies, so that your heart, in the midst of the valley of shadows, would be drawn into a deeper, more intimate relationship with mine. But hear my voice clearly. Though this event was permitted to be written, I, the Lord your God, am not bound by that writing. I am not a prisoner of a script that has already been penned. My child, you must understand that destiny, when placed in my hands, is not a cage. It is clay. I am the one who writes the stories of ages, and I am also the one who can erase what has been written. I am the one who ordains all beginnings and all endings, and I am the one who can stretch the very fabric of time and breathe life back into a situation that seems sealed and final. The one you love with all your heart, the one whose smile is like sunlight to your soul, the one whose presence brings stability and peace to your life. Yes, in the language of destiny, their thread was mocked. It was mocked to be cut short, their breath to be still. But listen to me, and listen with your whole being. I take no delight in this. It is not my joy to tear away from you the very gift that I myself gave you. My child, I need you to know this with absolute certainty. Your tears are precious to me. Your cries are heard in my courts before they even leave your lips. I am not a distant, indifferent God. I am not far away. I am closer to you than your own breath. I am watching every beat of your heart, and I am listening to every thought that rises within your mind. You must also understand that the world you live in is a complex place, a realm where light and darkness are in constant conflict. The choices, sins, and consequences of many generations can echo through time. Sometimes, the hardships you face are not seeds that I have planted, but rather the bitter fruit of things sown long before you were born. Sometimes, the tragedies written into the tapestry of life are not my original design, but the fingerprints of a broken and fallen world. Yet, even in the midst of this brokenness, I hold ultimate and supreme authority. Nothing, absolutely nothing, happens without my permission. And when I allow you to catch a glimpse of what was written, it is because I am preparing to overturn it, to completely reverse it, if you will align yourself fully with me. My child, listen to my heart. I am telling you this so that you will not continue to live a careless or distracted life. I am telling you this so that you will not remain asleep while danger is silently moving around you. I want you to be awake. I want you to be alert. I want you to fall to your knees, not in paralyzing fear, but in unwavering trust. For even though a shadow was written into your story, my light is powerful enough to consume it entirely. Though an ending was traced on the page, I can extend the line indefinitely. Though a measure of sorrow was planned, I can pour out so much joy that it overflows and washes the sorrow away. Do not ever think that I am powerless. Do not ever believe the lie that I have abandoned you. The very fact that I am revealing this to you now is the proof of my love and my intention to act. I am showing you this so that you may join with me in rewriting your destiny. This rewriting is done through prayer, through surrender, through obedience, and through the kind of faith that can command mountains to move. I know, my child, that your heart is shaking right now. I can feel its tremor. You are asking, why me? Why do I have to hear this? Why now? Please know this. I am speaking to you because I know you are strong enough to carry this word. I am speaking because I trust you. You may look at yourself and see someone small, weak, and utterly incapable of changing what is written in the stars. But when I look at you, I see a strength you have not yet discovered in yourself. I see a spirit that has been forged in purifying fires. I see a soul that is marked with my own seal. That is why I am revealing to you what most people will never hear. That is why I am extending to you this sacred invitation to stand with me against the handwriting of this tragedy. Do not misunderstand my words. This moment of destiny is very real. If it is left unchallenged, if you ignore my warning and continue on as you were, it will come to pass. This is not a scary story meant to frighten you into submission. It is the truth of what has been recorded in the unseen realm. But I have given you authority, my child. You have authority through your faith in me. You have authority through the name that is above every other name. You have the authority to uproot what was planted by darkness. You have the authority to cancel the decrees of destruction. You have been given the authority to stand in the gap as an intercessor for the one you love. Right now, the person you love does not see the shadow. They are walking through their days completely unaware of what was written concerning them. But I have opened your eyes for a reason. I want you to be the one who stands between them and death. I want you to be the one who cries out to me on their behalf, who pleads their case before my throne of grace, and who believes with every fiber of your being that I, your God, will hear your prayers and I will act on them. Remember the stories of old. When I sent my prophets to speak to my people, I often showed them the judgments that were coming. Sometimes those judgments were fulfilled, but many times they were completely reversed. Why? Because my people prayed, because they turned their hearts back to me, because they called upon my mercy. Think of the city of Nineveh. Destruction was written for them. It was decreed and sealed. Yet their genuine repentance and prayer overturned that decree entirely. Think of King Hezekiah. A message was delivered to him that his death was imminent. But when he turned his face to the wall and cried out to me with all his heart, I added 15 years to his life. I am telling you these things not as mere historical accounts, but as powerful testimonies of what I am willing to do again for you. The very same God who showed mercy to them is the God who extends mercy to you today. My child, you must not allow fear to take root in your heart. Fear is the language of the enemy. It paralyzes and weakens. Faith is the language of heaven. It empowers and creates. If you are going to tremble, let it be with a holy awe of my power and my love, not with despair. I am not revealing this impending tragedy so that you will be crushed by it, but so that you will rise above it. This is not a final sentence. This is a divine invitation. It is an invitation into a deeper intimacy with me. It is an invitation to persistent prayer, to willing sacrifice, and to knowing my heart more deeply than you ever have before. When you cry out to me for the one you love, you are actually entering into the feelings of my own heart, for I too weep over my children. When you carry their burden in prayer, you are sharing in the very love that I myself pour out for the entire world. Do not say to yourself, "It is written, so it cannot be changed." Do not chain your mind to a rigid and unchangeable fate. I am not fate, I am God. I am not bound by destiny, I am the one who shapes it. And I tell you with all the certainty of heaven, if you will align your heart with mine, if you will walk in obedience to my ways, if you will cry out to me day and night, and if you will not let go of my hand, I will intervene. What was written will be rewritten. The tragedy that was meant for the one you love will be transformed into a powerful testimony of my grace. Where others would have gathered to mourn, there will instead be laughter and celebration. Where a grave would have been opened, there will be abundant life. My child, listen with great care, because these are not ordinary words. These words are spirit and they are life. I am giving you a secret, a key, an instruction that has the power to change what has been written. The tragedy that was mocked in your destiny has a certain weight to it. It carries power in the unseen realm. But I tell you that its weight is not greater than the weight of your obedience. Its power is not greater than the power of your alignment with me. You ask how you can make its effect negligible or even nullify it completely so that it does not touch you or the one you love. The answer is not found in fear, nor in your own anxious striving, nor in the strength of your own hands. The answer lies in a posture of complete surrender, in a covenant of unwavering trust, and in the path of devotion that I am now calling you to walk. Understand this, my child. Tragedy is like a shadow. It moves, it stretches, and it can be very intimidating. But a shadow has no substance of its own. It only exists when something stands in the way and blocks the light. If you will choose to walk fully in my light, the shadow will lose all its power to touch you. The moment that was written in your destiny is like a great shadow that is seeking to cast itself over your life. But I, who am light eternal, can dissolve that shadow in a single breath if you will commit to remaining in my presence. This is why I am calling you to abide in me day and night, and to let nothing come between us. If anything else stands between you and me, whether it be fear, pride, distraction, or disobedience, it gives the shadow a place to land. But if you are hidden in me, then the shadow will pass over you and it will not remain. So what must you do? I will show you the way. First, you must guard your inner life with all vigilance. Do not allow bitterness to take root in your heart. Do not let anger fester in your soul. Do not permit fear to build a home in your thoughts. The unseen world is highly responsive to what is happening inside of you. When you harbor fear, it sends a signal to the shadow that you are vulnerable and an easy target. But when you harbor faith, it sends a divine command that darkness is not permitted to enter. Therefore, you must train your mind to dwell on what is true, what is pure, what is noble, and what is praiseworthy. You must speak words of life from your mouth, not words of death. You must bless and not curse. By doing this, you are actively building a wall of divine light around yourself and around the one you love. Second, you must learn the incredible power of intercession. The tragedy was written not for you, but for the one who holds your heart so dearly. You cannot carry their destiny for them, but you can stand in the gap between them and destruction through your prayers. When you pray, you are stepping into the very courtroom of heaven. The accuser, the enemy of your soul, stands there demanding that what was written be carried out. He will point to past sins, to generational iniquities, and to hidden faults. But when you stand in prayer, You do not plead based on your own righteousness, but on the perfect righteousness of my Son. His blood speaks a better word than all the accusations of the enemy. His cross silences the decrees of death. Each and every time you pray for your loved one, you are presenting evidence for mercy. You are calling upon the highest judge, and I am that judge, and my heart always leans toward mercy. Do not ever think that your prayers are just whispers lost in the air. They are powerful spiritual weapons. They are shields of protection. They are official petitions that are sealed in my presence. Every prayer you offer builds the case for mercy. Every tear you shed adds weight to your plea. Every cry of faith strengthens the defense. The tragedy may be written, but your prayers can rewrite the ending. Do not stop, my child. Persevere. Even when you do not see any immediate results, you must know that in the unseen realm, the scales are tipping in your favor. Third, you must live a life of obedience. There is no power in the universe greater than that of a surrendered life. The shadow cannot cling to a life that belongs fully to me. But when you keep parts of your life hidden from me, when you willfully withhold your obedience in certain areas, when you try to walk partly in the light and partly in darkness, you create openings and vulnerabilities for tragedy to enter. If you want the effect of this decree to be nullified, then you must walk in holiness and integrity in all your ways. Forgive people quickly. Love others deeply. Humble yourself before me and before others. Honor me in your private thoughts, in your public words, and in all your actions. When you walk in obedience, your life becomes a spiritual fortress, and no shadow can penetrate its walls. Fourth, my child, you must understand the power of covenant. Many people walk with me in a very casual way, as if I am merely an option, a cosmic helper, or a distant deity. But I am inviting you to walk in a deep and binding covenant with me, as one who is bound to me in heart, mind, and soul. Covenant means that you are mine, and I am yours. It means that your battles become my battles. When you live in covenant with me, I take personal responsibility for your life. I shield you. I fight for you. I protect those you love as if they were my own. This tragedy that seeks to touch your beloved must first pass through me. And I am the God who will not allow that which I cover in my covenant to be destroyed. So I urge you, enter fully into this covenant with me, not just with your words, but with your entire life consecrated and dedicated to me. Fifth, you must cultivate gratitude and worship. You have no idea how powerful your worship is as a spiritual weapon. When you give thanks even in the midst of uncertainty, when you lift your voice in worship even when you are afraid, it completely confuses the powers of darkness. They are expecting you to despair, but you offer praise instead. They are expecting you to curse your circumstances, but you give thanks. They are expecting you to be hopeless, but you declare your faith in me. Worship literally shifts the atmosphere around you. Worship invites my tangible presence to come and dwell with you. And where my presence dwells, tragedy cannot thrive. Train yourself, then, to worship not only when you feel joyful, but especially in times of trial. Lift up songs even through your tears. Give thanks even when you cannot yet see the final outcome. This is the way to draw the reality of heaven down into your earthly situation. 6. Care for the one you love, not just in their physical needs, but in their spirit. Speak words of life and encouragement to them. Remind them of my promises. Do not allow negativity or doubt to take root in their heart. Cover them like a shield with your love and your prayers. Guide them gently toward me, not through force or nagging, but through the irresistible power of your love. The shadow is seeking them, but if they too will draw closer to me, its hold on them will weaken even further. Encourage them to walk in the light, to abandon the things that drain their soul, and to trust in me even when they do not understand. The more they walk with me, the less the tragedy can touch them. 7th, you must embrace sacrifice. There are times when the breakthrough you are so desperate for is birthed not only through prayer, but also through sacrifice. When you willingly lay down something precious for my 𝐆𝐃, whether it is your time, your comfort, your possessions, or your prida, you'll release immense power in the unseen realm. Sacrifice is not about loss. It is about a divine exchange. You lay something on the altar of your devotion, and I release something far greater in return. If you truly wish to see this tragedy nullified, be willing to surrender whatever dear thing I ask of you as a seed of faith. Do not see it as a loss. See it as planting a seed that will grow into a harvest of life. Eighth, you must hold on to hope with a fierce and unrelenting determination. The enemy's greatest weapon against you in this season will be discouragement. If you lose hope, you will weaken your prayers. You will silence your worship. You will let go of your commitment to obedience. But if you cling to hope, even in the darkest night, you will draw supernatural strength from the future I have promised you. Remember, hope is not just wishful thinking. Hope is an absolute certainty that is rooted in my character. I am faithful. I am unchanging. I am good. When you hold on to hope, you are anchoring your soul in my unshakable nature. The storm may rage around you, but the anchor will hold. Ninth, you must protect your environment. The tragedy that was written seeks to invade not only a soul, but also the atmosphere around you. If your home is filled with strife, negativity, and worldly distractions, it weakens the spiritual shield around you. You must intentionally fill your environment with my presence. Let my word be read aloud in your home. Let songs of worship echo through your rooms. Let love dwell there richly. Cleanse your personal space of anything that does not honor me. When your environment is saturated with my spirit, the shadow will find no place to dwell. 10th, and most importantly, you must live in love. This, above all, is the greatest weapon. Love is stronger than death. It is stronger than fear. It is stronger than any destiny written by brokenness. Love covers a multitude of sins. Love protects. Love heals. If you will walk in love toward me, love toward yourself, and love toward others, you will create an atmosphere that tragedy cannot penetrate. When you love, you most resemble me, for I am love. And where I am, there is no room for destruction. My child, you must understand this truth deep in your spirit. The tragedy's effect becomes negligible or completely null when you walk fully in these ways. Prayer, obedience, covenant, worship, sacrifice, hope, love, those are not mere religious rituals. They are lifelines. They are the ways you draw yourself into perfect alignment with me. And when you are aligned with me, nothing that has been written against you can prosper. It may try to come against you. It may approach you. It may roar and try to intimidate you, but it will ultimately fail, because greater is He who is in you than he who is in the world. Yes, the tragedy was written. Yes, it sought to touch the one you love. But I am telling you today, it does not have to touch them. If you will rise up in faith, if you will stand your ground in prayer, if you will walk in radical obedience, you will see my salvation. You will witness the hand of the enemy being pushed back. You will see the shadow dissolve before the brilliant light of my glory. And when that destined moment passes, when what was written has been completely overturned, you will know with all your heart that it was not your own strength, not your own wisdom, and not your own striving that saved you. It was my grace, my mercy, and my infinite love that covered you. Do not think for a second that this is impossible. Do not believe the lie that the writing cannot be changed. You serve the God who raises the dead, who parts the seas, who silences the mouths of lions, and who calms the raging storms. If I can do these things, can I not erase a single tragedy from a page? If I can speak entire worlds into existence, can I not rewrite a single line of destiny for you? Trust me, my child. Trust not in the ink that mortals fear, but in the eternal hand that holds all of eternity. And remember this, even if I were to allow a shadow to pass, I would still turn it for your good. Even if a touch of pain were to come, it would only be temporary, and I would bring unimaginable glory out of it. But my desire, my heart's longing, is to shield you and your loved one from the full weight of what was written. That is why I am speaking to you now. That is why I am giving you these instructions. That is why I am pouring these words of life into your spirit. It is because I love you far too much to leave you unprepared. So rise up, my beloved. Take courage. Do not dwell in fear, but live and breathe in faith. Cover yourself and your loved one with a blanket of ceaseless prayer. Walk in holiness. Enter into a deeper covenant with me. Fill your life with worship, love without any limits. Willingly sacrifice what I place upon your heart. Guard your hope fiercely. Create an environment of peace. And above all, trust in me. For if you do these things, the tragedy will lose its power. It will pass by like a shadow that never leaves a mark. And you will live, and the one you love will live. And together, you will stand as a living testimony that your God is faithful. Your God is merciful. Your God is mighty to save. I speak this to you not as a distant voice from the heavens, but as the one who is holding you in my arms even now. Do not delay. Begin today. Every single step you take toward me is a step away from the shadow. Every moment you spend in my presence weakens the decree of destruction. Every word of faith you speak cancels out the whispers of despair. Stay close to me, my precious child, and watch what I will do. The tragedy that was written will not define you. My love will define you. My mercy will define you. My hand will guide you, and my light will cover you now and forever. Amen.